I'm sitting here in the brewery in Mudgee with a long-term local resident, born in Mudgee, Mike Kierans. So tell me, what are some of your thoughts around the electorate, in particular around the Mudgee area at the moment?
Well, I think we need more independence. I'm very pleased that you're standing. You'll probably have a hard battle, but I think it all adds well to gaining the right politician for the people.
So we're here at Home Rule, and here's the Home Rule school in the background. You can see on the chimney 1883 there. They're three former students. I've got Colin, Sally and Veronica. Sally, you were telling me that the classroom had everyone from kindergarten all the way up to 6th class. So how did that work?
Long desks and tiered seats. And you started down here and you worked your way up there like that, right up to the top. And by the time you got up there, you're in 6th class.
Right, so when you're at the back of the class, that's when you got to 6th class, and the kindergarten started down at the very front.
Go down the front.
The history here in Home Rule, and great to see three former students of this great old school. So I've just been to visit a resident of Canadian Lead. We went to the house where my mother-in-law actually grew up, spoke to the residents there now, had a quick look around the house, and things have changed a bit over those years since my mother-in-law used to live there. Just in the background here as I move around, you can see where the old Canadian Lead post office used to be. You can see there's not much left of the post office now.
So Matthew, if people obviously want to make contact with you as well on your next trip to Mudgee, how can they do that?
Yeah, look, I really stress, Craig, that accessibility is one of my key attributes. So I really encourage people to ring me, 0418 628 439, email me, matthewdickerson@dubbo.com. Social media, I've got 10 different ways to contact me. So,
No shortage of finding you on social media.
yeah, and that's really important, I think, so people can contact me. And I love it when people do invite me along, and that's what I do most of the time, go along and sit down and talk to people that have asked me to come and talk to them.
Matthew, it's been a pleasure. We'll catch you again in another couple of weeks.
Thanks, Craig. The main issues that were brought up to me today revolved around health, revolved around the NBN, revolved around mobile black spots, and again, just people feeling like this state government hasn't delivered enough, and hence people want to talk to me to see how I could be a part of that positive change. The drought, it's great to see more and more rain, because the drought is not broken by just a few hours or a day or two of rain. It needs consistent rain, consistent follow-up rain. But it's been quite enjoyable being out in the rain, not too hot a day.
Matt, pleasure having you here. What are some of the things residents have been talking to you about?
Look, today it's actually been quite interesting. It's really been a focus on health, mobile black spots, and NBN have been the three issues that have been brought up. Standing here with George Hamilton over in Maru. How would you describe what you're doing that might be different to what many farmers are doing?
We're suiting the livestock to the country. You know, if there's not enough grass, then we've destocked. And as the grass comes back, we'll restock.
How many sheep would you normally run on your property in a good year?
We probably run about 1,400 to 1,600 sheep.
It looks good. I'm very impressed, and I've seen a few farmers that have been able to manage through this drought by doing things that I think are clever.
I don't think you can work against nature. Nature just takes it all. And it's also given us an opportunity to look at other things.
Yeah, to really analyse what you're doing with your land, and is there something we could do better? Good, thanks for your time, George.
Thanks.
Interesting, fascinating day. I really appreciate the time that everyone gives me. It is very much appreciated by myself, and if I am successful next year in being the representative for this area, all the time that people have given me will make me a much better representative. I finished my morning here at the Lawson Park Markets here in Mudgee. Very impressed by how many people came along. A few issues came up this morning. Certainly, there is no doubt about it. With some of the events we've seen in state government over the last day or two, there is still a lot of frustration there with the major parties. And it's great to talk to those stallholders. Great to stand on my stand here at the markets and just talk to people as they came past. Good people here, good to have a discussion. And I'm now off to Golgong and the Golgong area. Sitting here in Golgong with Sharon. What are you seeing at the moment in terms of your view on society, I suppose in particular in relation to politics?
Look, I want something that's genuine and people with integrity. People want to be heard, and we want policies that are more tuned to our electorate, not to party policies that are determined by people outside the electorate.
Where are we headed? Are we going to get to the stage where people are more about the electorate themselves, about the independents, rather than those big pays? Do we see or do you see a shift going that way?
I hope we do have more independence. I hope there's respect and civility, and so far what I've seen of the independence has been terrific.
Fascinating having a chat to you. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you.
As I do all of our, I appreciate the amount of time that you are very generous with their time.
Yes.
Appreciate your time, and I look forward to your support as we go forward
Sure.
over the next few months of campaign and through to March next year. I'm standing here in St Phillins with Peter. Peter's a greyhound trainer and a greyhound owner here in St Phillins. How are you going with the greyhound?
Greyhound, I've raced for 12 months. These are some of my retired girls. We put a bit of work into this place. All the greyhound people I know, mate, love their dogs and they just look after them great.
I think it's still one of those things that people are pretty disappointed with the parties in place when those decisions were made.
Oh, for sure and certain, you know. And I know that all the greyhound people have still got to keep on their toes and make sure we keep them bad elements out.
Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, mate.
It's been another really enjoyable day on the campaign trail. Talked to a lot of people today. And again, I expect another good fun day on the campaign trail tomorrow.